Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to this video. In this video we're going to finally have the opportunity to talk about the launch of the wonderful agents within QuickBooks Online. We're going to have a look about which ones are available at what price points, etc, and figure out exactly how you can make the most of them. So this is definitely one not to be missed, because finally we have a chance to play around with those agents. I can't wait. Let's have a look. My name's Patrick. I am a chartered accountant, a certified UK trainer with a fancy new logo, that QuickBooks chap on the internet, head of accounts here at Buffix, and also your friendly podcast who goes live each and every Monday morning for Ask the Accountant. Now, let's just get straight into this one. Let's figure out exactly what agents are available and how you can make the most of them. So, let's bring up the pricing area. And you can see now at each level, you now have this new Intuit Assist box just here. So we can go through which ones are going through. So basically, at the simple start level, you have the opportunity to have AI-powered bank feeds. This is pretty much what we've seen for a while now. It does give us an opportunity to be able to kind of go through and help you decipher what transactions are and how they go through. We're going to have a look at exactly what it means in a minute. VAT agent AI, that's brand new, so we're going to have a play around with that one. AI-powered collaboration is going to be our opportunity to see exactly how you can send information to and from clients and get the most out of that. Really like that one. Anomaly detection, flag potential errors in balance sheet and P&L records with recommended corrections. So that would be nice to see. Our amazing customer agent comes in at plus. And then finally it goes all the way up to advanced. And at advanced we get access to our finance agent and our profit management agent. Awesome. Okay then. So now, before I start, I want you to look at this. This is the business feed area. Now, for some reason, it's not working on my account at this point in time. But if I go over to the American version and go to the feed, this is what it should look like. And this is going to be your way of understanding which of the agents have on. So here's my business feed here. I've got all these options of bringing in all this there. But on the right-hand side is my Intuit AI agent. So I can see which agents are available on this particular version of QuickBooks or this particular account, right? So that's a really easy way of doing it. Now, for some reason on my version here, it's saying there's nothing here and it's not showing it. But over time, this is your best play. So use the feed section to understand which actual agents you have access to. So the ones I've got access to at Simple Start is if I go to my bank transactions area, it's basically this bit here where it's going to have this nice blue sparkle, and the AI powered is these blue sparkles here. So the idea here is you click onto there and that's going to give you, based on the full bank description, this is EB, so it thinks it's sales, and it's that sort of transaction looking for. Or it's going to show you here, look, we found one expense with an open balance of 27.51 issued between those dates. And it's basically telling you that we think it's going to max that. So every time that the bank's being a little clever, being a little understanding, it's going to come in through there. And over time, it's going to learn for you. And over time, it's actually going to be able to give you a prompt that's going to come up and say that it's really confident with all these transactions. Do you want to add them? So it's going to save so much time and be so much more efficient later down the line. Now, we've seen a lot of time with the bank feed, so we don't want to spend too much time on that. But let's have a look at the real newness, which is the VAT agent. So now if I go to my VAT area and I look at my VAT returns that need to be filed, you'll notice I still have my error check return, which hopefully you've been using throughout the whole time because we love the error check return, right? So hopefully we've got the error check return all working as intended. But now we get the pre-file check, which is basically this new AI goodness that we've got. And what it's going to do is it's going to look at it and find out if there's any problem. So in this case, it's looked at the profit and loss income, VAT return, and found any difference. And basically, to see if there's anything that it believes there's any problems. Now, I've only got demo data in here, so I don't expect too much to happen. But what will happen over time is it's going to come up with suggestions for you. And it's going to tell you what items are in full review, then what's resolved, and you can even ignore them if you don't think it's something that's worthwhile. But I think this is going to be a really good way of being able to bring this information in. So I still think I'm going to still use the error check return, but I feel like this is going to be a really good addition to it and help me make sure that I'm looking into everything I need to before I file that VAT return. So that's what you got on Simple Start: AI-powered bank feeds and your VAT AI agent. On Essentials, you get your AI-powered collaboration, which basically means in the banking area, as a trusted advisor or accountant, bookkeeper, whatever you want to call me, I now have the opportunity to click this button here, and you get to ask more questions. So it's going to use AI to help you get those questions. So let's show you this in action. So here, look, leads parking. So I'm going to click on this little plus button. Basically, I either can ask for more information or ask for a receipt. So if I ask for more information, it says, can you details what transaction for? Ask for a receipt. Okay, it will also say, do you want to put it there? And then all I need to do is say add request to list. Now I'm going to pretend that I'm the client in this case. Is pretend that I've been sent the email directly to me. So in this case, you'll see here, Leeds car park, city parking. It says, can you add some details for me? It says, it was for parking. Press that. And then instantly, remember I'm touching here, but the AI in here, the Intuit Assist, is going to say, thanks for letting me know that this was parking. Can you upload the receipt for this transaction? Now, I'm going to pretend that this is my receipt. It's not, obviously, but look what happens when I put the wrong one on. So I'm going to say take photo. Take a photo of the receipt. I'm going to use the photo. So, maybe I'm just trying to get this to thing, or I'm not. I don't know that it's not the right one, right? I'm going to add that photo and say, here is the receipt. And the beauty of it is the AI is now checking that receipt for me, and it's going to give me, as the client, instant feedback to let me know if I've got it right or if I've got it wrong. Thanks. The receipt you uploaded is for Dishume for £184.16. This doesn't seem to match £3.65 parking transaction with Leeds City Parking. Can you upload the correct receipt? Sorry, I don't have any more. And then literally having that conversation. And it says, thank you, all the information it needs. So what's happened here, though, is if I click in, either I can go to the request button at the top here, and that's going to open up my request out. Welcome to the request portal. You can even add alerts if you want to. You say that people have responded, etc. But the idea is in the progress area here, I can click into it, and it's going to let me know that all these items are things. And I can say, well, ready for review, right? So what's it done for here? It's basically had that conversation that's in there. I can mark as complete. So now it's basically saying that we're not going to ask the client. So from this point of view here now, it's not asking for that from the client's point of view. So that's good. We love that. But instantly I can see what the conversation was here. I can see what's going there. It's auto put a travel thing for me. I'm just going to pick a VAT that's applicable, press post, and I've got that posted nice and easy. This is called the collaboration feature. Now, the clever bit about collaboration feature is you get a copy link functionality up here. And with that copy link functionality, it's what's called a magic link. I noticed when I got into my phone here, I wasn't asked to log in. So you can have that link go to different people at different times, and it works really, really well. Okay, cool. So that is my AI-powered bank feeds, VAT agent, and AI-powered collaboration. Really, really love that idea. Next is anomaly detection. Flags potential errors in balance sheet and profit and loss reports. We recommend correct. So the idea of the anomaly correction, or the anomaly part, is that I'm going to go into my reports area. I'm going to look at my profit and loss report, and just to make my life easier, I'm going to do all dates. And you'll notice I now have an insights option. So the insight option is going to look at my profit and loss and give me some insights. An example of what we've got here is it's found, well, uncategorized expenses increased 5,500 from September to thingy. And once I click into it, you'll see that you can see that it's giving you a graph of where it's done. So really good for people who are much more into that kind of visual look at the accounts and visual look at the numbers as opposed to thing. But also expense, root cause, expense for Bob increased by 2,500 from here to here. And what you can do is you can kind of click into it, and it's going to take you directly to that transaction, directly to root cause. And over time, it's even going to find ways to be able to look at this for you and actually suggest corrections. An example I've seen is going, well, maybe you want to consider actually putting this as a fixed asset and moving it from your main area into your fixed asset area. So really excited how that's going to work. So that's your anomaly detection. It's going to help you look at your profit and loss, your balance sheet, and come up with recommended corrections to go through it. Next one is customer agent. And what this does here is under my leads area. So the way this works is you in the leads area have the opportunity to connect your Gmail and Outlook. And you can manage sources at any point. See what referral and work requests you may already have. So this is where current clients, you can send them the ability to have referrals and things like that. But the clever bit is here, look. So here's a manual one I created, John Lead, I called him, said 1,500, and he's going to lead was manually added. But what about this one here? The QuickBooks chap at boffix.com. £2,500 is an estimated value, hot status, an inquiry. A few seconds ago, the QuickBooks chap from Boffix requested a quote from a podcast with a budget of 2,500. The clever bit is I didn't add that at all. This was just me connecting it to my email account. And okay, yeah, I may have made this extremely obvious because literally the email was, can you quote me for a podcast day? Budget is 2,500. Thank you. Like that was it. But it's been able to take that and it's been able to put this in as a QuickBooks chat inquiry for me. So I click into it a little bit more. We can see a little bit more what's happened here. We can see, can you quote me for a podcast? Lead, not lead. I can basically define it. But the interesting thing is you get to see what's happening with that email. So you can see the email going in and out. And I can say, yep, that was definitely a lead. Yeah, well done. Congratulations. You reviewed 3% of your lead. So it's giving you kind of indication. And then here, not only is it drafted me an invoice, dear QuickBooks chat, thank you for reaching out to on your podcast day. We are pleased to provide a quote for tailored to you budget 2005. But I can also offer detailed quote for the podcast day. And for some reason, my Gmail account is now not connected, but whatever. But you would be able to send it directly from here if you had. And then like opportunities, pod day quote. It's like put this as an opportunity within my lead. Notes wise, I could create a task related on it. So maybe the task is hi, and it's create a quote. Save that. Assign it to whoever needs to be assigned to. And now that should go and see here, look, create a quote. I can click into it. I can see it's marked as lead. So it's working with your inbox to see what's in there, what's not in there. It's bringing that details in for you so you can actually use it. I really, really, really like this feature. And I think, yeah, as accountants and bookkeepers, it's not really something we're going to use all that often, if I'm completely honest with you. But for clients are going to absolutely love this. And then we've got the two in the advanced area. So first of all, let's have a look at our finance agent, which is our first one we have here. So all I do for that is I go to the reports area. From the reports area, I go to review summary. And then it's going to load my financial summary for me. And now it's gone through and it's looked at it. Here's some of the insights it's brought. Total expense decreased 61 compared to previous period. Net income has come by £72. Obviously, these are really small numbers because it's a demo account, but you can see how useful this is. Edit and export directly to PDF, and you can generate a PDF directly down here if you want to. But it's got these nice graphs here telling you things, and they're all they're all interactive. I can even edit them here. I can put some extra information into there if I want to. But it's coming up. The gross profit margin shows an average of value of £30. It's looking at cash flow, it's looking at accounts receivable, assets and liabilities. It's creating you this really nice little report. And here's the report in PDF form that I could then send to my client if I want to, or bring to a management meeting, whatever I need to do with it. The other one is Project Management Agent. Now this one's really cool. I love this one because this will encourage people to use the projects much more. First of all, we're getting this brand new project overview screen, which I really, really like. But if I do a new project now, notice on the left-hand side, it says Project Management Agent. So I can click into here and I have this test proposal, right? This is basically a project that I just created as a test. Now, the beauty of it is if I press open, so imagine you've already got that contract up and running, it's going to give you an opportunity to update the fields. So watch this as magic. The AI is going to go through, read that proposal for you, and then basically bring it directly into the product. So these what I like to do with these intuitive Swiss swirls, it's basically telling you where that's coming through from. So you can see that it knows the project name. It now knows the project customer. if the email was on there, it'd bring the email in. It'll start date, end date, status. And then you can see here that we've got all of the information there as well. And when I save and close, that project's already been created for me, right? So it already has that project up and running for me. And all I've done is taken the contract, put the contract directly in, and off to the races I go. And there we have it. There's the breakdown of the agents we have at the moment. Now there's still more to come. So if I go back to my American version, look at the feed here. And for me, what I actually love about the agent side of things is what we've got in the US. So the accounting agent is absolutely brilliant here. For one, if I go to create, say, a expense or a lead or anything like that, bring this one up, or an invoice, I got on the left-hand side, autofill this expense. So I grab and drop receipts in there. Love that. When it comes to my banking area, that's been absolutely got so much more features in there. So now when I go new, I say upload from files. I can now dump the file directly into here. It's going to manually take all that information for me and bring it in. Absolutely surreal. And then by far my favorite feature of all time is the new reconcile option, where you can dump the bank account in here and it's going to reconcile it for you line by line by line. Love that feature. Can't wait for it. So we're just at the start of agents coming. We're just at the start of it here. But from a UK point of view, what I've just gone through, these items here are now live for you to have a play around with. Depending on which version of QuickBooks is depending on which version that you're going to be using. My advice, as always, is to have a play around with these. Look, they're alive, they're here, they're ready to help you going forward. And they really are going to completely change the way you interact with QuickBooks going forward. So highly recommend having a play around it. Play around with that new VAT AI agent. Have a look at that new collaboration tool. Like, start using these things as they're intended. I promise you, you're going to have a really, really good opportunity to get the most out of what they can do going forward. And that's it. That's been my quick look at the brand new agents within QuickBooks Online. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if there's anything else that you've noticed that's appeared within QuickBooks that you think is agent related and you think we should have a chat about it. Let us know in the comments below. My name has been Patrick. As always, it's been an absolute pleasure to do this video for you, and I really will look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.
Hello and welcome to this new series.
Hello and welcome to this video. Hello and welcome to this video. Hello and welcome to this video.
Hello and welcome to this video.
Hello and welcome to this video. Alright, let's get it set. Let's do this.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yes, I'm aware we go live every Monday.
The next generation is that everyone else that missed it.
Yeah. So current. All right, you've told us what you love about the industry, but what would you change about the industry?
Where do I start?
During that period of time, where did everyone turn to? Their accountant, right? Their advisors, their bookkeeper, and you all did phenomenal work for small business.